it's not just a simple series of presentations that are given straight out. It's really discussions with your peers about what you can actually take away, and it's about actionable things that you could start doing and that you can start doing. And so I really have felt this been very interesting, very useful, and the mix of people around each of the tables has been very interesting. The different points coming from the tables have been really great. I'm really looking forward to see what comes out of this event afterwards.
It's a chance to network with true peers and understand where you are in the industry and how the rest of the industry across sector is actually dealing with the problems of today. It's a great opportunity to share war stories, to share scars, to share all the good and bad practice out there and actually learn from each other and grow as an industry.
We actually looked at things in a very different way, came up with a number of quite surprising outcomes. A couple of books are going to be produced from this as well.
The content that's created from a crowdsourced security perspective is just phenomenal. True collaboration between the groups, working together, and all having and sharing a common goal, wanting to protect the environments that they work in.
This is particularly geared around senior, so Chief Information Security Officers, Heads of Information Security, so people that have been around the block a few times, and we basically get our heads together and put together crowdsourced information that can be used by all of our peers and anyone that's sort of climbing up through the industry and wants to really make a difference.
Good security is about good people, and like all people we tend to have different perspectives, different ideas and different experiences. What today has done is allowed us to bounce those ideas off each other in a way that we can take them back in a constructive way. And unlike most conferences, what we have today is actual output that we're going to turn into tangible documentation and tangible tool sets that we can use in our various industries, verticals and professions.
Yeah, Wisdom of Crowds is different. I've been to events like this for 30 years, like this I say, but this is different. This is all about real collaboration, looking at real issues and looking to get solutions, which is unusual. It's not vendor-led, it's practitioner-led, so it's great.
I think it'd be very useful because we can actually bring out some potential research, potential writings for the industry, things that may not have been possible because individually nobody has the time for these sorts of things, but as a collective crowdsourced effort we can actually come out with something quite concrete.
Industry first for me, because I've been to many other events and I've never been involved in a gathering of this kind of nature, of the kind of calibre of people involved, CISOs, vendors, but also the open sharing nature of the way that people have collaborated, been honest and shared their ideas. And I think really what the output will be unique as well.
This is my first Wisdom of the Crowd, and I can honestly say what an amazing event. Thoroughly loved it. I came here with a couple of ideas as to what I would kind of get out of the day, and I think I've scrapped all them and learned so much other stuff instead. I would say my insight for the day is, if you haven't been to one, go to one. Next time you see Wisdom of the Crowd appearing in the LinkedIn or on Twitter, get yourself subscribed straight away and make sure you're there, because this has been an awesome day.
You get a really good idea of how other people are approaching problems that you may have been looking at it in a particular way, and then somebody gives you a whole brand new way of dealing with it or looking at it.
I found the use of the interactivity on the mobile phone or the tablet device while we're going through actually gave a lot of information back. The information from the crowd as to what they all thought really helped. I also really much enjoyed each session where we were able to discuss and actually give some input into building the mind maps and the checklists that we had.
I must say I was very happily surprised with how the event was conducted. The presentations were of course very good, but also the interactive aspect was really refreshing, because you are dealing with people that are dealing themselves with similar problems, but they come from another view. So it's always refreshing to put new ideas together to come to one compromise.
Wisdom of Crowds is really the best event I can really recommend to everybody. Join Wisdom of Crowds. We are all over Europe, and the community is so great. Yeah, you can just win.
The whole concept of Wisdom of Crowds, the founding principle is that the wisdom of crowds far exceeds the experience of one or a few. The reason we are gathered here today is to get all practitioners, everyone has something to contribute, their experience, their knowledge, their awareness. Whether it's a narrative, whether it's a question, whether it's a debate. And the whole point of Wisdom of Crowds is to collate, collaborate, all of that information, create and then distribute that to the global community.